Melissa. If my lighting looks different, Doug decided over the weekend that I had like fluorescent lights in my lights around here, and he thought that may look too harsh on me, so he was experimenting with just regular light bulbs. So I'm not sure I like it, but I'm going to do it this one video and then I'll compare. But I'll probably go back to my previous fluorescent lights. I know it's kind of harsh, but it just seems like you can see things better with fluorescent lights than you can just regular light bulbs. So if it looks terrible, just bear with me this one video. I wanted to start a series that I just kind of do periodically, not back to back or anything, not particularly a series, but just talk about the aging woman. Being a woman aging in today's society that is so youth obsessed can be very daunting. It can be very challenging. Quite frankly, it can be very hard to feel very good about yourself. When you look on TV and you look on ads and you look in magazines, if you go into department stores, you see all these beautiful young, photoshopped probably, women looking down at you that nobody can possibly hope to achieve. And this is supposed to be our ideal, and it can be very, very discouraging because you can look in the mirror and you don't see what is up on that poster or on that TV or in that commercial. And of course they want to use the prettiest women they can find because they're wanting to sell their product. I do understand that. Oliver is digging in the back. But how does it relate to us? I mean, it's hard enough for the younger ones to see all this and see how skinny and beautiful and everything. But what does it mean to someone who's going into their 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond? How do we still feel vital and beautiful and worthwhile? You know, like we still are relevant and like we still matter and like we're still sexy and like we still can be beautiful. You know, how do we achieve that? So that is what I'm going to be talking about, just how it pertains to me and my thoughts on it and how I keep myself from going crazy, you know, worrying about it. So I'm going to be doing several parts. I'm going to talk about dreams that weren't realized, things that we thought that we were going to do when we were young, just general different things. It's just a few topics that have really been kind of on my mind that I wanted to talk about because it's things we struggle with as we get older. Today I wanted to talk about the phrase dressing age appropriately. This week I got a message from someone that had watched, I do outfits of the week periodically, that had watched one of my outfits of the week, and she said she liked them, but she said that she didn't feel like I dressed age appropriately and that it looked like, it came across that I was trying too hard. So I thought about that because I'm so extremely comfortable in the way I dress. So I kind of wanted to talk today about the phrase age appropriate versus style appropriate. I think each of us has a personal style. I mean, it can kind of ebb and flow and change a little bit over the years according to what is stylish in the fashion industry at the moment. But I think that we take, if we know ourselves, we take that, the fashion, and we make it our own. How it pertains to our style, how it pertains to our body type, and the way that we live. You know, we're not going to be going around in heels all the time if we take care of kids all day long, or our grandkids, because I'm only talking to the aging woman. If we're taking care of our grandkids all day long, we're not going to run around in high heels because, you know, that is not style appropriate at the time, and that has nothing to do with age. I feel like in your when you're younger, you know, you experiment with the different things, and you're trying to find your style. And probably by the time you reach, you know, because I look at my daughter, she's going to be 40 in a few days. And she has developed her style, and she's had it for quite a while. So it seems like as women ease toward their, like about 30, then they have their style and that they know what's comfortable for them. So what I'm wondering is, if you have your style and what you are comfortable with, when you reach the age of, say, 60, why is that style no longer relevant because you have reached a certain number in age? If I tried to always think about what I was wearing that was appropriate for my age, then I would end up thinking about that, and I would end up trying too hard doing that. I would try too hard to look my age rather than my style. I think what it comes down to, it almost brings tears to my eyes. I hate to see us limit ourselves just because we're getting older. It's so unfair. We have so much more still to give. Our lives aren't over with, and if we try to put ourselves and each other into certain little categories, we might as well be dead, because we can't enjoy life, we can't enjoy ourselves, we can't enjoy the feelings that we have inside. And those don't fade as you get older. I hate to tell these young women this, but you still, when you're in your 60s, 70s, beyond, you still want to look pretty. You still want to feel sexy. You still want to think that, you can be stylish no matter what your age is. I have a very good foundation for this, I feel like. My mother always dressed her style rather than her age. Always did, until the day she died. Her sister, my aunt, who's in her 90s, she still gets asked to model for department stores. She's so stylish, and she knows her style. She definitely does not dress her age. She dresses her style. Her style is very classic. It's very Audrey Hepburn. It's very beautiful, and that's the way she dresses. My mother was like that. My 90-something-year-old aunt and my almost 40-year-old daughter could wear the same clothes style-wise. They are similar styles, and my aunt's style hasn't changed just because she's nearing 100. She wears what her style is and what is comfortable for her instead of her age. And it just so happens that her style and my daughter's style are just so similar that they could be very comfortable wearing each other's clothes, and it would be about style rather than age. And I realize as we get older, our bodies change. We get age spots, we get saggy skin, we get, bat wings under here, and we get, spreading hips and gut and stuff like that. And that's okay. It still doesn't mean you have to change your style. It still doesn't mean you have to dress like a really old lady. It just means if you feel more comfortable covering certain things up, then do it according to your style, not according to your age, and do it for your comfort level. It is really my hope that as we age, we don't feel old. We may be old in number, but we don't have to be old. I just really hate to see us get old before our time. Even if our number says we're old, I don't want us to feel that way. I want us to still feel stylish and true to what our style is. If you've always worn bright colors and always been kind of flamboyant and always, great big earrings and just, really like a bohemian type style and stuff like that, if you reach the age of 60, you shouldn't have to change that. You should embrace it and just keep on going that way for the rest of your life. If you've always dressed classically, ease on into your 80s in a classic style. If you've always been kind of a romantic and wore lots of ruffles and stuff like that, keep on wearing your ruffles through the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Whatever your style is, I really hope that you will continue it. You may want to modify it for your comfort level, but only do it for your comfort level. Don't do it for anybody else's comfort level, because you're the one that has to live it, and you're the one that has to be true to yourself. I think as we age, we have to be true to ourselves. And we've lived long enough on this earth to know what we are by now. I just want to see us really encourage each other and not worry so much about what is age appropriate. Appropriate, you talk about age appropriate. Well, I've seen people in their 20s in certain things that would probably look better on a really stylish 70-year-old than it did on that 20-year-old. Just because you're young doesn't mean you can wear everything either. These are just a few thoughts that I've been thinking about for a while. I don't know why the phrase age appropriate bothers me so much. I think it does because it just puts it feels like those words feel like a big heavy burden weighing down on me. It feels like someone is saying, you're inappropriate and I need to put you in your place. And I don't want, nobody has that right to put me in my place. I need to always be able to express myself as I go through my years, and I really think all of us do. Or like I said before, if we don't, we're going to get old very, very quickly. Even if our age doesn't show it, if we're mentally old, we're old. So anyway, those are my thoughts on the subject today of age appropriate versus style appropriate. I hope I made myself clear. I hope I didn't offend anyone. It's just something that's very important to me because, women are wonderful and older women are magnificent. I just think they're absolutely magnificent, and you are all beautiful. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.